Hello, greetings and hi, people. We're launching. We're live. We're here. Hi! What's going on? Happy holidays, people. Wanted to get this one. I know I'm starting a little late, but I want to get this one kicked off because we got to make this one a little bit shorter because bitches, man. I swear, dude. Gotta get up early and have to go on. What's going on, Robert? How are you? Yeah, I gotta get up early because, man, fuck the corporate world, biatch. It really sucks having to, I'm fixing my problem, but I ain't fixed it yet, so want me to be in earlier than I normally am, and I hate mornings, man. I hate them. I gotta hate mornings, but I gotta get up in the morning, so I'm gonna make this a shorter one, plus the fact that I don't know if anybody is in the holidays, like loved ones, or maybe the show is your loved one. That's all well and good. Maybe not, but in any case, But hey, how y'all doing? I'm here making my plane. Yeah, I'm making another Diamant. Remember that red sheet I was talking about at the end of the last show? Yep, there it is. I had an idea for this thing and wanted to try it, and well, I tried it. How you doing, Robert? You have a good Christmas, man? Looking forward to tomorrow doing something else, maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping to blow something up because I'm known as the brother, uncle, dad who blows shit up on New Year's Eve. Because, again, it's up to me to have the fireworks display because nobody has an official one, And I feel especially bad about that because, we had like no July 4th stuff thanks to this COVID crap. So, yeah. But anyway, so I'm building me this different. Damn, I'm building me this different Diamant, and I'm looking in there, and it didn't exactly come out the way I meant it, but I did want to try this. Oh, no, it's still back there. Well, put it damn. Put it down here. Yeah, I still got it, of course. I ain't done nothing with it yet. I didn't tape it because I really wanted to get it out there and fly it like this and then control how I put it in there. I haven't decided on whether or not I wanted to put the battery in it or just go with like a penny or a dime or something. I had that in there and test flew it. I don't know if you can see. See, there's like a divot right here because I tried to pinch it down so that there was something up in the nose for the weight. And it worked. And I didn't lose that, but I didn't have. Well, I wasn't getting what I was expecting out of it. So I think what I'm going to do is once I give it the taper treatment, which I will, I'm probably going to keep that pouch. I just need to figure out exactly how much weight's going to go in the nose to counteract the rest of it. Because, I mean, really, when you pick it up, this thing is quite heavy compared to something like this. So, yeah, I'm not done with it yet. And once I get that, it'll definitely be the feature plane on there. I am going to probably alter that one a little bit too, though. I mean, you saw a regular. You got used to seeing exactly how this thing is and how it's laid out, of course. But I'm probably going to build another one where this is a little bit less broad and there's a little bit more broad tip to this wing. I haven't decided yet how that's going to turn out. I like the way it is. I mean, understandably, it's not an exact duplicate. I just made it this way, of course, because I'm trying to get some lifting body going on. So, yeah, I haven't had a chance to test fly too much because we got snow. We got a bunch of snow. So, but I mean, it's pretty good. It's a little bit. When the weight is in it, it doesn't flat spin. So it is quite hefty in the back end where it shouldn't be. So it needs some help, but not so much. Not enough that I'm, writing it off, of course, because I have plans for that. I really kind of actually would rather build like 3 or 4 of them before I go into the plans on it. The only problem is again, since it's not a true foldy paper airplane, it's a cut design. I don't really have that option. It's not something I can do. You know what I mean? So But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Like I said, it ain't going out to pasture. It's maybe the first official one that I'm going to be playing with here. Um, yeah. So this isn't turning out like I wanted it to. I was wondering if I could get these. What I was doing with this thing is you can see them, is I have the wing pockets doubled up and there's a triangle in there. You see that, obviously. I'm trying to figure out if I want to, put those up for strakes or leave them the way they are, or just tape them down. And if I tape them down, I'm not really doing anything different than I was doing before. So, I don't know if that's going to be where this stays or not. But I knew I did want to do something like this with this red one, because the red one, the paper is freaking outstanding, so will be. Hey, my voice sounds cool. I've got it. I don't know if you can tell it. I'm a little bit cracky and stuff like that. Maybe I've got the COVID. Yes! Finally. Man. I've worked so hard to get 2 weeks off. Anyway, I'm just finishing this one up here. This is my one a day. Oh, yeah. One a days. Okay, we're at day 94, people. That means you've got 94 planes if you've been keeping score at home and keeping track and building your birds like you should be. Bodies or not. Choose to go that route. I have quite a bit of bodies, but I've got quite a bit of planes. I've tried to slack off this week because of the holidays and actually built a plane over at a different place just because I wanted to build a plane somewhere else. I didn't want to have to. I'm trying to change it up. I've never built a plane at my sister's house before. I'm not going to claim my sister's house as a base yet. I'll need another one over there, but it's a possibility. I like the fact that I have it in mind, So, anybody want some rims? I did not build the rocket. I didn't want to. You don't have 94. You need to work on that. I just didn't want to build. I watched the video again that you had sent, and I understand, of course, how to do it, and I was thinking about building the rocket, and okay, I'm going to tell you, I may just, depending on how tomorrow transpires, I may build it to test it out tomorrow being the day that it is, because I almost always fly rockets on New Year's Eve. One of the ways we have missile wings. Hey, did you get me? I didn't see the messenger or anything. You didn't give me any did you send something on, like, your missile wing that you might have? So we could set you up? Because I'd be glad to do that. But yeah, I'll probably build it tomorrow. So, God, I want to tape it down. I really don't know how I want to do this. If I tape it down, I don't have the option for striking it like I wanted to, but I'm not. Oh man, I'm gonna strike it. This is so stupid. I'm gonna be dumb about this, but little small strikes. Okay. So yeah, so I'll most likely build that rocket tomorrow once I get off work, because I gotta go on New Year's Eve because we suck. Luckily it'll be but I have to go in early, and I hate. Yeah, please do, if you can get that together for me, because I'd like I said, I'd like somebody else to be the only other one that doesn't have a missile wing, because I'm the only one who does, basically. So I want to make sure I'm not alone in this venture. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you could. That way you got something else over there. Not that you're ever going to, it's not going to be like a fin code, but it's just cool to have it. That's going to change your wing layout too. Like, you know how we discussed, you have your wings or your groups, and they have the numbers based on the address that you've got. I typically use the, if you have hundreds or thousands especially, because we don't use thousands yet. I'd like to keep it that way. But, if you have thousands, I try to use some numbers in there, but not every number in there. And the missile wings typically get the numbers you don't use. That's why for the longest time I wasn't even using numbers in the hundreds. I'd try to come down to the tens, and the other digit would be the missile wing. Or, there's always something that could happen, and that's what I was trying to do. So if you get it together, if you figure it out, hopefully we'll just borrow from it, and wherever you're putting it, be it where you're at now, or you can tell me the base, and then we'll give it to you, and depending on how many rockets you have, it'll be how many squadrons you have. It's pretty straightforward. So it's 1 and 2. I gotta go with the centimeters because I want to make this easier than I was trying to do it before. Jesus. Snow day. Hey, stop it. Sorry, concentrating. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Yeah, I know. And I appreciate. Speaking of which, I appreciate you not tapering it that time. It just makes it easier, so I don't have to that extra added step. Plus, you know how I build, so I mean, don't get me wrong. It'll be tapered eventually. Something will, especially that thing. But wait a minute now. If you don't have okay, you got 1,000 built, but you don't have the 94. What the hell, man? What do you mean? Come on now. Join us. You should, if you got 1,000, you should be right along lines with not worried about the one-a-days, or or rather not worried about keeping up. So I was hoping you'd be with us as far as that goes. It's at the 3, so I'm gonna need a pen for this. I'm gonna need I can marker it. No, I don't want to marker it. I need a gelatinous pen. There's a gelatinous pen. Okay. So I said it was what? I said it was 3 and 2 hashes. So I got what a 3 with 2 hashes. It's all about trying to make this even. So okay. I'm sorry. See, I'm concentrating again. You get into this. This is distracting me from my purpose here. Okay. My purpose, of course, being trying to build this. Yeah, no, I know, but okay, if you got the plans ready to go, I suppose you don't need to do the one-a-days. You're ready to go. I mean, it was just a gentleman's agreement. Me and NASA's made. Kind of gets him stipulated and stimulated. And gets his planes up. So, and I needed to do it too because I wanted to have a more advanced set ready to go. I mean, I admit I'm being bad about it because I'm kind of trashing the ones that I haven't built. There's a lot of experimental models I've been building, and then I've shown the wayside because I didn't think they'd probably be worth it, So, well, that worked out. I got my strakes on there. I'm not done with that yet. Hold on. 1,000. Yeah, I know. It sounds more intimidating than it seems. Having 1,000 of those ready to go, I hate mornings. The only thing mornings are good for is... Wait. Mornings aren't good. Screw that. Mornings are good for sleep. Anyway, yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't have to get involved if you've got that many planes ready or something like that. And, I mean, this was kind of just a challenge for anybody out there that wanted to get involved. If they, had to go through the same thing. If they got ideas they wanted to get out or tech you wanted to build. Maybe it's tech that we have that you wanted to try. Which reminds me, I'm going to have to share that sheet. Next week when I do it, because it'll be back to a regular show and I don't have to get up and it's not a holiday and blah, blah, blah. I'll probably try to share the sheets unless I could actually get Mr. Lockdown himself back involved. Week 6? Week 5? I don't remember, but good God, dude. Week 6. Man. I swear to God, I would just be done. Done! I understand, but dude, just damn. Damn, it ain't worth it, man. Missed so many, and you were just making us miss more. But anyway, yeah. This is probably not going to go like I had planned, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. I think. I'm just trying to get it down. 1,000 planes, though, huh? You had to build those over probably quite a substantial set of time, considering you told us what you told before about how, you know, an insignificant other destroyed them all. See what I did there? So yeah, like you must have done a pretty good building in your own self to get that much out. Is Kratom that cool? Kratom? How am I pronouncing that? Man, dude, we got to get you live in the show so I can tell exactly how to say this crap. Is it A or ah? So I'm saying, like, ah is in apple or A is in a-hole. This a-hole is not letting us do it because he's on lockdown. Anyway. Realize I kind of jewed that up, so putting this together here. There we go. That's more spirit like it thing it does. Yeah. Alright, so I got the strikes. I had this idea. I don't know what came to me. I literally think I dreamt about it or something like that. I daydreamed about it. It wasn't really a night dream, but I had it and I was like, I gotta try this. And then I was wondering, like, should I bother trying it with this really firm bird that I was using. I knew I was going to use this red sheet. I'm like, yeah, probably should go ahead and try with this plane anyway. So why not? Not hurting anything, I don't think. OE would be proud. I taped it all up quite nicely. Or maybe he wouldn't care. I don't know. Yeah, I could try kratom. I don't know. You said it right. Good. What you mean? Wait, what? Oh. My bad. I'm sorry. My brain died on that. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's legal here. Because I believe somebody at work uses. But don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. He wouldn't care, but I could be wrong. And well, I'll be. Thing flew. It's all right. Yeah, but I don't really want to like mornings. I kind of like my nights. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, man. Like, I'm hating mornings, but I'm hating mornings with good reason because I like nights. I don't understand how all these people be talking about how you'd be a morning person and like nights at the same time. Well, if you like to go out and have fun and shit like that, you ain't going out and having fun when it's like 6 a.m. You're going out and having fun when it's like 10 p.m. How can you like morning? I don't know. It's whatever. I'm perfectly happy with it. And I've set a new standard as far as hating mornings go at this job. I've always done it at jobs I've been at, but more recently, like this one, like, dude, yeah, it's like, don't touch me, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't even think about me for 2 hours. Because the earlier you ask me to come in until I reach the time when I'm supposed to be in there, I would just as soon want you dead. So, yeah, mornings and me, we don't get along. I don't even pretend to get along with them. I'm like, why get up when you can get down? I have no idea what that means. So anyway, this was kind of good. It kind of dipped itself over to the right side immediately. It's probably a yaw issue because I'm pretty sure those aren't straight the way they're supposed to be. Ask me if I care. Oh, well, then it's just all kinds of fun, okay? Makes work feel fun. Yeah, you know what else makes work feel fun? Snorting MEK, yes, yes. But not really, just, I don't know. So it makes you feel like you don't have, probably makes you feel like you don't have COVID anymore. Don't have to worry about it. Go ahead and try you some nice old. Drink you down a nice glass of MEK. No COVID whatsoever. Matter of fact, you'll be immune to everything. Just feeling fine for the rest of your life. All 22 seconds of it. Got a fin code on there. Look at that. There's a fin code. Oh my God, people. What won't we think of next? We're teasing about that. I'm teasing about being gone for fucking 2 months. Well, a month and a half, because damn it. Then we're going to get on the bus. So I got some pretty good Christmas presents. I got 3 of the 4 things that I always like to get myself. Well, that and some camera shit. I didn't get camera shit, but I was like, yeah. No, I haven't. Well, no, okay, no, I haven't looked back on my plane videos and seen a UFO. But I have looked back on my pictures before and seen a ghost. There's one in one of the pictures I've taken before, like this new house we was building something on in a basement, and I mean, I hate saying that because man, I am so skeptical when it comes to that. I mean, I definitely believe in like alien life and shit, because again, Christians are stupid, but I don't like to believe in paraphysical stuff. I would just assume be a Ghostbuster as opposed to, the alternative. But I think, like, ghosts, like, saying I saw a ghost, like, really, so? I can't, I don't know. I just don't want to. But I can't explain it. And it looks like, it's not, I think it can be explained away. Like, I'd like to say it's like a lens flare, even though it was in a basement and there was no lighting in there, so really it shouldn't be a lens flare. Also, the fact that I was standing still, because I'm one of those photographers that takes multiple shots each time, because again, you're supposed to take multiple shots. What if one messes up? What if you're not standing still? Blah, blah, blah. So I always take a rapid fire shot. So it was like 5 or 6 or whatever. In this case, I think I took 3, and each time I didn't move, but the apparition got closer sequentially. So, I mean, I can't explain it. I hate having to say it, because again, it's like, nah, man, you didn't see. And I'll be first to tell you, he's like, yeah, I don't think I saw, but I can't explain it. I mean, it's like a head, neck, shoulder area with, like, you kind of see, like, the arms and stuff. So it's like something, and it looks like it's approaching me slowly, but definitely. Like, I don't know. I would just as soon say it's nothing. Because I don't want to be one of those guys. Like, yeah, I seen a ghost. No, I ain't seen no damn ghost. I ain't going to see it until I can, like, look at it, talk to it, and it scares me like the library in Ghostbusters. I ain't seen a damn ghost. I just refuse to believe. So, it just, I mean, I believe, I really do think, I'd like to think stuff's out there, but that's one reason you know you living in real life, and that's one reason you know you probably living in hell. Because all that fascinating crap that everybody's got these vivid imaginations they can create with stuff like Harry Potter and Annabelle and Godzilla and all the stuff you see in Hollywood and Bollywood and all that garbage. But the thing, the adventures you can have, the fact you go outside and there may be an ape that grows to the size of a small building, or there's ghosts in a rundown asylum and all that crap. Man, our lives are too boring to have any of that. That's why we do it in the movies. Man, when you think about it, real life just sucks. There's none of that. None of that. Nobody's got proton packs. You can't go down to the store, buy a phase pulse plasma rifle in a 50 kilowatt range. I mean, there's nothing. It's just this. Which is why I do this. Oh, man. I thought about, somebody said that too. It's a witch hole. What is a witch hole? I think maybe that might have been the case. But, I guess that could have been the case. Like, somebody built their house and they knew it was there? Or they didn't know it was there? I don't know. I didn't feel nothing, I don't think. Because I stood there because I didn't know. You know, like, that it was one of those. See, that's the thing is, like, back in the day when you did it and you took it with a film camera, you wouldn't see these things until after you developed film and, like, oh my God, what was that? And then maybe you go back. And if it was in the movie, of course, it would happen in the development room that you come back and, like, oh, there's a ghost with me. Look, and then it ends up in the room with you and then you die. This real life, good shit like that don't happen. So, not only that, but I used a digital camera, so it's like I didn't take it back to development. The flare was like, you know, I can go back and review my picture. Let's face it, A, I probably didn't do it, and B, when you review it on a screen this small, it's like, oh, that's a cute little spot. Most likely I probably deleted one or two because I was like, oh, damn it, there's a lens flare. I mean, again, unexplained lens flare because there's no light in that damn room. But anyway, so, could be a witch hole. Yeah, could be. I don't, like, I'm not, man, I can't even say. If it was probably, it's probably something that probably attacked me because, like I said, I stood there. I don't feel nothing, like it wasn't a chill or nothing like that, but I mean, I was there because I was like looking. I was trying to take another shot, so I think I actually turned around. But like, I can't be one of those people like, oh, and then I felt a chill. No, nothing like that. My fingers didn't move, they over nothing. So, I don't know. It's really weird walking the gray line of being like, I'm not a skeptic, but I'm not a true believer either. I need more tangible proof. I need more tangible proof. You gotta give me some video of shit moving on its own, like paranormal activity. See? More shit that just doesn't happen in real life. Real life sucks. If y'all have this grand fascination, like, if your imagination is cool enough to think it, why can't it really happen, damn it? God. Oh, sucks. Now, be careful what you say about Godzilla. Because what, you know, like, I do. I have so much Godzilla crap. Dude, you don't even know. I got a bookcase over there filled with videos, books, magazines, and diagrams and stuff of him. Yeah. I'm not even calling it a guilty pleasure because I ain't guilty. I love Godzilla, dude. Godzilla's my boy. Ever since he scared me when I was 3, I was like that dude. Something about a guy in a suit. Oh, that's a good idea. Anyway, so I had the idea about the hybrid planes. In week 6, that motherfucker is still not here. God! What does he think is going to change by April? I'm missing out on so much crap. So much crap. Damn it. I don't know. Oh, so you lived the poltergeist. Oh yeah, that's cool. You ever heard Eddie Murphy's Delirious? Remember like how, you know, like white people have bad problems with ghosts. I don't know, like, why you staying there? Why you invite more white people? It's true. Why you do that? Like, oh man, you're gonna have a party. There might be a ghost in this house. Cause again, I gotta believe, so I don't believe. But I'll tell you, if it was like some malevolent ghost, I'm gone. Like you, I'd be gone. Like, fuck it, gone. Why'd I hang out? What am I gonna learn from a ghost? No, I'm leaving. Oh yeah, I'll put him. I'll put him up. I know I said I was gonna put him up. I'm sorry, I didn't put him up, but I do have him ready to go. That, like, literally, I had to find, because I got so many of them on different cards that went with the cameras. And I just literally spent, not the last 2 days, but before the weekend, I spent the last 2 days after Christmas putting those together, so I know where they're at. So the flight videos will, I can honestly say they will be coming, because I now found them. I had to organize which cards got pulled from the camera that had the videos. Then I had to figure out which ones, actually, because I was really bad about this, I had to figure out which ones I had already posted versus the ones I haven't posted yet. And I have that sorted, so there will be 5 videos coming now. It's going to look kind of weird, because obviously we're in the middle of snow, and So it's like nice and green and shit because they took place over the summer. But I do have them, so yeah, there'll be some in there. And when I get rolling on them, I'll probably dedicate certain videos to the planes themselves. Like there'll be one on Diamant here, totally. There'll be one on probably some experimental models. Maybe not the big pink elephant, but something. This thing looks like a bunny of some kind. I should have made it in pink. I remember I'll tape it in something like you do. I'll put the taper on it. It'll be like some shiny black carbon fiber or something a little more sinister than Easter Bunny pink. On all of them, yeah. Yeah, I get a lot. I get a lot now out of a few people, and that's kind of why I want to write the book too, because I want to have the book out there. We were serious about that. I want to make sure I've got it written up actually, but yeah, I wanted to. Well, the thing is like some people force my hand. I have them out there, and I didn't want it to be what they are. Like the videos that I've got out there, I still feel they're a little bit more. They're a little bit lacking in the production, but you guys kept asking for them, so I put them out there, and I want to put more to them than is out there. So, I have a big plan in my mind for how they're supposed to go. I did it before I put the first one out there. It's just people kept asking, and I didn't really want to say like, no, I ain't put them out there and then lose everybody's interest. So I put them out there. I'll just probably redo them in the future. The Cirrus video was close to like at least how I foresaw the first stage going, which was how you asked. Hakataka is a little bit more rough, but it's getting there. It's getting there. So, it'll be stronger than those. I'd like to think. That's the only reason why I keep prolonging putting them out. Like I've had people ask for 3 others, namely Nova, Wasp, Fury, and 1 or 2 others, but most of them. But I haven't put them out there because, like I said, I really want my production value to go up before they get in there. So, like I said, I gotta pick. But a book, yeah, I know, because like I have read, like when I was a kid, I read so many, and I still have a bunch of the books I read. So many technical spec modules of like the aircraft that came out back when it was fun to do it because like everybody's military had like 20 planes apiece instead of just 2. Yeah, I got so many of those books. That's how I taught myself planes. And like, yeah, my idea of the books on planes, yours included, Robert. I do, since again, it's for IVPAC members, so I want to get y'all's involved. And like, that's one of the main keys. I always look towards building the book. It's one of the main keys. I'm like asking all the dates that you have, because I'd like to be able to put these dates in the book. Like say when your company was born versus when your first flights were versus when your retirements were. Retirements aren't so key, but if you ever read any of those books at all, if you've been interested in planes, they always have like, number built power plant specifications, like the dimensions, the performance, how far they could go, fuel range, how high, how fast, stuff like that. I try to do that with these. Not all of that, because seriously, how fast does it really matter how fast they go? They all go about the same speed, and that's usually predicated on how hard you can throw. I do dimensions. I'd love to do their like history. So like any time they hit it, like it would be like a history of their flight. Like it was brought about because we were looking for a replacement for close air support planes. Blah blah blah. So that makes it cool. But I'm not. Yeah, in a book form, it would be really great. You're the contractor. Who's the primary contractor of Zymus? That would be. Well, I don't know if I'd call you POW now. It would probably be Taper now POW. You know what I mean? I'd say who originally built it, because you were TAP Airplanes back then. Because you haven't built too many while you were POW. You just had all these you inherited since you changed your company name. So, and that's what I would do. I recognize that. Same thing for NASA's, because there are a bunch. He has built a few, but he built more while he was Maverick Incorporated, as opposed to when he's been NASA's. So, like, he's got a bigger history as Mink as he has at NASA's. I can't remember. I think he's got like 13 planes, maybe. I don't know. I think so in his history. But 10 of them was built while he was Maverick. Only 3 have been built since he's been NASA's. So again, in book form, I would say that, and there might be company profiles about us individually as well, too, for those of us that have changed names, to let them know that, like, oh, hey, this is the one that built your plane here. Oh, okay, so. Well, I know. I mean, the whole reason I ask everybody that is, like, I mean, I was ready. I went with it armed, but I've got a thing for dates. Maybe I have autism. I don't know. But I have a thing for dates, which is why I made this so cool to do. And having numbers, like I said, having the number 100 of these is really cool. Having number 1,000 would be really cool. Will I get it? I don't know. I'm definitely going to have number 1,000 phases, though. But having stuff like that is neat. When real life planes, if you build 1,000 of them, that's a pretty big, that's a pretty big line to cross. It's a pretty big threshold. That's an anniversary worth celebrating. Maybe not too much in the grand scheme. I mean, considering how many planes certain people build. Obviously, if you had 1,000 F-22s, it would be something, because we don't have those. But, I mean, 1,000 F-15s, there's been 1,000 F-15s, so saying that is pretty cool. But to have 1,000 paper birds, I mean, even OAE would have to respect that. He might have built 1,000 planes, but he's probably only built, a maximum of 10 per bird, Whereas I've got, it just each their own. As long as you've crossed the threshold is a reason to celebrate. Well, you gotta be, I mean, yeah, it's true, but we're in the building stages. Everybody's got to start out small, so that's all we're doing now is like just having our core group and then expanding, and you can see the expansion slowly through viewers or questions or comments and stuff like that. And again, hopefully we get to the point where we have some members. I need to be a little bit more proactive too, though. We need to probably post up more stuff through Facebook and this, and then like say, hey man, you want to get together and meet up and just talk planes and build planes or something. So, like I said, we need it. You and I, or we 3 or 4 or 5, whatever, need to like build a shared plane ourselves and see what we can come up with. So I'm especially kind of interested in that because it's like we built it in the past and you build it with other people. Usually you think it's based on who goes first in the folds, and you just make a fold, and it's like, oh, well, I'm going to make the wing fold, and you make the fuselage fold, and, you flip back and forth. But if you do it something where it's like this, where we do a cut blended body, and you say like, I'm going to cut this, and we're going to make it like this. I mean, okay, that doesn't leave too much when you think about it. It doesn't leave too much, but it'll be cool to see what we can come up with, so. Plus, that would be another company as soon as we launch that one. I mean, seriously. SMA has been going on for a while. Now it's SNA. We haven't really, I don't think we've actually, SIL and NASA's has not built a plane together yet that's been accepted. Although we do have the book, and I think we've built a couple planes together since he's been NASA's, but nothing we've officially termed as SNA's. Most of ours has been SMA's. And I've always wanted to call it that because it's like, I've always wanted to use the name aerospace. I should have done it, but I branched out into too many stuff. Man, I had so many portfolios of so many designs I drew. When I went through school, man, dude, there was at least one new design per day per class. Definitely per day, but mostly per class too. So I had like 3 ring binders filled with drawings of tanks, subs, copters, mostly aircraft. Occasionally a boat. I don't like boats as much. That's too big. I never saw my company making something that large. Personally, I wasn't that into tanks, but I had a really cool idea for a tank, so there was one I based it on, especially the subs. Subs I worked on. But anything I could give a modular, I use modular on purpose, modular design to, I did it. I still have some of them, but not nearly as many as I used to. They were lost in the fire due to the terrorists. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, shared planes are cool. I don't know, man. I was gonna ask you where OAE was. I don't know. Like well, I mean, it's the holidays, so I can kind of understand if ain't nobody out there is like that there's probably a good reason, So, um, I think that either that or he might have got too frustrated with Instructables again, and like gave him the old heave ho. So, um, I don't know. Maybe he's. I'd like to think it's the holidays holding everybody back. I wasn't gonna like poke and pry into people's like, hey, get here, So, because he had sent me the last one was that the 560 that we had talked about. I'm pretty sure we talked about it anyway. That's the Neo. Oh, he derived it from the Neo Vulcan. Excuse me. So, cool plane. I'm proud of it, dude. When I saw it too, I was proud of him because like it's he finally modded it. Excuse me. He finally put what could be construed as a fin code on it. So like it's a nice looking bird. Wonder if I can bring it up here. Because I do have it. I saved it. It's a nice looking plane. He said it's derived from the Neo Vulcan. I'm not gonna do this yet. Because I feel like I'd probably be messing with some stuff if I did this, but I'll put it up there later. I'm actually going to use it probably as the catch screen because I'm talking about it. Really quite looking bird, but like I said, I'm proud of him because there is actually some form of fin code on it, even though it doesn't have the base. He does have the number of it on there, and it's not on the true fin. He's got it carrying on the winglet. I'll try to call it because I'm pretty sure it's called the winglet in his terminology. I'd call it anhedral. It's pretty big, but if you've seen his Vulcan, and I know you have, it's familiar because it looks a lot like the others that he has. So, well, how long have we been on? About 45 minutes. I'm not as tired as I sound. It's like I had a sneezy fit over the weekend after visiting. Well, actually, it wasn't because of my sister's dog. She's got 4 dogs, and it's a lot of pet dander because they're hairy beasts. They're Aussie Shepherds. And every now and then, like I don't have allergies, but her pet dander tests me. And like some days I go and I'm like a ball of like, oh God, I just have to sneeze. And that's all it is really, is I have to sneeze. It's nothing else. I don't get itchy. My eyes don't usually get puffy or watery. Not usually. They've done once or twice, but that's it. Mostly I just sneeze. This time I didn't get it, but like 2 days afterwards I got like 3 sneezing fits. And if you knew me, it means something because I'm pretty loud. I'm substantially loud. I could be heard 3 houses away, but it's messed with me. So a fit will do this, and I've been carrying this ever since. And actually, I'm trying to milk it because I like it when my voice sounds scratchy. I will be tired because again I'm gonna have to get up at like 6 something in the morning to get there when they want me there, and I don't want to fucking go. No, I want to carry, but like no, I'll hang for a wee bit with you guys, and because I want we crossed 45 minutes, but it's good hanging with you, Rob. So you know that. So I like being out here, especially because of the holidays, man. You guys are my extended family, so be out here with you and see if you enjoyed the holidays, see if you have anything planned for tomorrow. I've got a big box of explosives I hope I'm letting out in my new backyard because it's my house, damn it. Even if the cops come by, I'll take the citation because I don't care. I want to launch something. I love pyrotechnics as long as they don't land and burn my place down. Neighbors, I give a fuck, but me, yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to if any of these fail and blow these up because that's what I really want to do. Sometimes it's really cool if you get some firecrackers and just place them under here and stress test them, see if they blow up, and see if are they strong enough to blow up and out of the way, Are they strong enough, or are they like weak and they sit there and they blow up and it blows through them? Man, we had some good times launching these on rockets, and like we bury them in the body and they blow up and the bodies blow up. Like the phase one I built that has engines, I call it. It was a phase one, and this was back when it was a suffix, so it was a phase 1C because it was the cargo plane, and then I put engines on it, so it was the phase 1CE, which of course, when written out, because I write the one in Roman numerals, it was phase ice. I don't know why I thought that was cool, but I had it. It had four engine pods on it, so there were Pisces, there were cylinders, and I stuck an M60 in each one and blew them up. It was really cool. The engine pods were just totally destroyed, but the wings were actually relatively okay. Yeah, like I said, and yeah, after this, like it'll be a bigger show again, and hopefully I'll have some new things on it too, because I'll be able to like I get the flight videos in, and then I could do some more of this tweaking to this stream that I had planned. Like I don't know if I enjoy how, like when I see it in my window, the scroll looks pretty good. But I find like if you blow this up, that scroll looks pretty huge. So I want to play with it just a bit and see if I can get it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for out of it. I just want it a little bit different. I might put some little trim on it right at. My God, I'm crooked. I'll put some trim on it right at the edge, something to make it pop and yet still bring the lettering down a little, even though the border will be up. More CNN like. Something, I don't know. Some of the mini tweaks I'm thinking of. But expect big changes even though it's just the year. I mean, and I'll hopefully like maybe there'll be something we can do that actually I can, if you have something, I don't know if you should have a camera available, right? At least through your phone. Maybe there'll be something we could do that can cut to you. Which is what me and Mark were talking about before he got banned in this stupid 6-week long lockdown. We were thinking about, like, how can we get the audience involved more than just the chat? In that form, we were putting the chat, like, right here, right along this block. But I didn't want to do that. I figured it out. But I didn't want to do it because I feel it interferes. I mean, in my stream. In ours, we blocked it out right. I suppose I could put it, like, right here. God damn, I'm crooked. I could put it, like, right here, but I'll think about that. It's just, I got ideas. That just wasn't one of them. So you don't want, bro, man. You don't want to come up here. I watch your flight videos, and I am so fucking jealous that you get out there. Like I love snow. Do not get me wrong. I freaking love snow. I wouldn't change it for the world. There's no Christmas like a white Christmas. And Hollywood knows it. That's why every time they make a movie, they don't have it where there's palm trees and deserts. They put it somewhere where invariably you're going to see snow December 23rd. Because, dude, for real, what's Christmas without snow? Everybody knows it. They might want the rest of their year to be in palm trees and deserts, but they want snow on Christmas. So anyway, it's like I love my snow. But I am jealous of the type of weather you get that you just, like, I'm going to go outside and fly. I can't do that. I mean, I can, but I'm like this one, even this one. I won't lose it, but I'll probably lose it. The thing is, if I go out there, it lands in the snow, okay, I can probably fly it a couple more times, right? But you know how it is. First, I have to let it sit outside because it has to get cooler from being, even the warmth inside. It's got to get cold to the point that it meets up with the cold from the outside, so that when snow contacts it, it doesn't instantly melt, turning to water and then destroying the plane. So it's got to sit out there to acclimate. Then I either got to keep flying the same example because it'll land in the snow, or I have to bring a can of air out to brush all the snow off of it so it doesn't melt on it and destroy the plane. It takes so much crap to just do that when it snows, unless you don't care about the bird. But yeah, gotta have that snow, man. I mean, for real. Did you? That's really cool. I mean, I saw like that storm like that did hit like was supposed to be really all encompassing, and I was hoping like some of my peeps, such as you and others, would get a chance to get themselves a white Christmas. So that was cool. I mean, probably couldn't fly in it, Mark was always like, he was really serious about like give me that video about me flying. And then I don't know if it was smart or dumb, but in many ways I thought it was smart to take a javelin out there, and because it's strong, and javelin doesn't feel the after effects of getting wet too much, because even if it does, I can just I'll just tape it and fix it, because it can take abuse, it can take weight. And then if you saw the original old videos, like one of my first videos on here, or at least I think on SIL's channel, it's it plunged straight into literally it plunged straight into the snow bank, so all you saw was this. You saw this is all you saw. And so, I was like, man, it was a good thing I stumbled on it, or I'd never found it. And I even flew the dark. It was an orange one. I did it on purpose, but I didn't think a phase would probably be better. A Diamant would be better because it would glide and land on the surface instead of plunging right into the bank. Yeah, I know. And again, another reason it's envious to be you, because with the tapering, obviously it's not as much of a problem. So, one of the many reasons why your tech is way, way cooler for stuff like that. I'm telling you, man, if I had a way to guarantee that all of my planes would do the same thing that they do now, either to a greater extent, I'd probably just go all out. But then again, I can also build them out of clear material just as easily, because I do have clear plastic material. Swear to God, that stuff seems to have changed, though. But why is that fin bent? I don't know. But you were I love the way this one looks. So I'm not. This is one of my babies, which I keep building. So I'm obviously fascinated with it, because it looks so damn good. I can't not build this thing. I'll come out of this one of the days with a lot of Diamants. I got a couple goblins built now, and obviously, I've got a little bit of everything. I think I've built one of each, including the Black Widow, or in this case the Pink Widow, and that's what I'm calling it from now on. But I've got a little bit of each. I got the Diamants, I got the Cirrus, I built a Pylum, I built a Supernova, I built an Agatak. No, I didn't. That Agatak is from before. Built a Nova. Probably about ready to put that on. That'll probably be the next how to build. Just because of the requests for it. I was thinking about putting a voting thing on there, see who would want to do it, but yeah, this thing, dude. They fly. It's like anytime you know how it is. If you build something with the fins, you got to watch how everything's straight and symmetrical, because if you don't get it right, you're gonna end up with it yawing all over the place and corkscrewing. And boy, seriously, nothing will screw with your enthusiasm for flight, of having 1, 2, or more of your planes doing the exact same thing. That absolutely sucks. Man, that's why Nova. I was serious when I first built Nova. I was hyped for the plane. I liked the way it looked, and I was like, okay, this is my plane. I'm gonna start building a ton of these, and phases are gonna go by the wayside. Because even when I built it, I knew phase was common, but it was flying good. So I started building Nova. I was like, this is hot, and kept enjoying Nova. I was like, oh yeah. And then I tried one thing on one plane, it didn't work, so I went back to my old ones. And all of a sudden, it's like I failed building them because they all corkscrewed. And I didn't pay attention to the fact that they were yawing like that at the time. So, didn't fix the yaws. And that caused Nova to go on an extended hiatus. And now it's fallen behind when it really should be as many as, if not more than, Nova phases. It's really a good little bird. That's one of them right there. Want to go and grab one. I was excited for it. I like the close coupled canard. The winglets it's got there. It's not a true canard. It's not a true Dale, even though it kind of has it, because this wing sweep is different than the primary wing sweep, but they're so close coupled that the primary wings don't see any lifting surface. So in truth, when you make it this looks like a box almost, See that? There's a box effect going on. So it's actually kind of not cool. It's when you get to see it from angles like this that it's like it really comes into its own. It's like, oh yeah, that's pretty hot. So, I mean, a couple people see it and they're like, is that 2 sheets of paper? No, it's 1 sheet. And if you do it right, it flies really good. This one's must have been one of the originals too. This puppy's 3 years old already. It doesn't have my floating winglets, so. Oh, it actually maple seeds? That's cool. I got it. Oh, that's really cool. I suppose that makes it like, I mean, that's probably pretty badass. Just, oh, I'm not fucking with that, Nova. That thing just flew the length of the, room down here. So, yeah, it doesn't need the flying. Are you doing this to me? Okay. Yeah. I really do have to get this thing grounded. The last few shows, I mean, you notice it was buffering. Like, Mark had said something, and, like, I'm trying to. I haven't. It's my fault. I'm still on Wi-Fi. But because it's only been buffering, it's actually gotten better. I've kind of neglected to do anything with it. So I need to fix that. And I do have it. I'm going to have to fix that. That's really cool. They were trying to figure out a way. That was like one of the premier things we thought about for interceptors for the longest time. Was like, now you've built plenty of planes in your stables that are like straight, you know. As a matter of fact, quite a few of them. Like when you go through your videos, I've always wondered how many different planes you had because a lot of them fly quite similar. You know, like do you have any close range birds? Do you have any planes that stunt and stay within like 10 to 15 yards of you? Or they all, when you throw them, fly and hit the house? Because you've got a lot of deep strikers and everything. And they can be interceptors because they have a pretty straight flight. It's just, I always wonder if you have some shorter range birds for the close range problems. I mean, you get away with not having them, really, as long as you got, you know, maybe you stay, maybe it's your style of force. But it just makes me wonder. So, but no, what I was getting with that was like, I mean, if it's straight on, like the interceptors are also supposed to be able to, like, you chuck it up in the air, it goes really high. So we were thinking, we always had the idea of like if we could maple seed them, if we could helicopter recovery those, we could save their noses. Because interceptors, like, I mean, when I teach you guys to build a javelin, you can build a javelin, you'll see what I'm saying. It's like, don't expect much out of a javelin. I mean, it is what it is. It's aptly named, it's aptly described, and throw it like you would a baseball. You throw it as hard as you freaking can. It'll take it. And the thing is, it's not meant to like awe you in its, wow, it flies really long. It doesn't fly really long. It's basically testing your arm strength. It's like, can you throw it far? Because it will go as far as you can throw. It will go as high as you can throw. But that's what makes it amazing. Is like, that thing just gets up there. So when I teach you how to build it, you'll see what I'm saying. And it's like, it's got that big, thick, heavy nose that you throw really freaking hard. And if we can incorporate a helicopter retrieve, we could save the nose because once it reaches its apex, it starts coming down, then it would spin, which I've actually had a couple do. I just don't know how the hell it happened. But I've had a couple do that, and it's like, if I can save that, if I could repeat that, then I could save their noses because that really ages them quickly. Especially the heavy ones, because, I mean, they'll go up like 30 yards, 40 yards, and, I mean, they just gather speed as they come back down. And it's like, it goes straight down the keel, so the stress is felt all the way down the length of the plane. Normally, if I have an abundance of javelins like I do right now, it's because hardly any of them, I mean, I'd venture to say every one of them has less than 10 flights on them. I mean, I've got more than 50, but every one of them's got less than 10 flights, because basically after that, the structure has taken so much of a beating, they're practically useless anymore, so. You really called it that, the Ultra Delta Mega? Oh, he must be proud of you, man. It's cool. I just like, yeah, I think I'm going to do that too. The Turbo Super Hyper Ultra Mega Thunder Strato Phase Ice Plus. Yeah, man. I'm so. That's where I'm going next. I'm gonna make the. I'll make those. I don't know what the hell, but I'm gonna make those. Nova's not coded because I'm not perfect, but I do code them when I think about it. But Nova's not coded because I haven't figured out what the hell it is yet. I mean, as of this writing, as of this recording, they're in the reserves. Even though I was thinking about putting them back into like a training role or something, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll give you the instructions on how to freaking build Javelin, and then you can see if you can figure out a way to maple seed it, helicopter recovery it. That's what we call it. Copter recovery. That's what they're trying to do. That's what all of us have been trying to do, because now all of us have like that interceptor. We all have their intercept. Like NASA's got Thunderbolt, KA's got Apex, Pharaoh's got Air Raider. I've got Javelin. Missile's got Nebula. We've all got these planes that, it really is throw it like a baseball. But like again, when they come down and they hit this, it's not just the nose that takes the hit. It goes all the way up and through. So they're only good for so much. And I'd really like to get them, like we've all worked on helicopter recovery so that we could save these planes. I don't know. Should I put a fin code on there or not? Novas are everywhere because Nova's kind of like what OAE likes to describe as a multi-role aircraft. I kind of like not having multi-role aircraft, even though most Air Forces, well, they used to. But I can do this. I think I'll put it. As far as our reserves go, obviously, when you have a reserve base, in case you didn't wonder, or knew some of us don't have reserve base. Looking at you, Robin. Looking at you. The difference is lowercase letters indicate it belongs to the reserves versus uppercase letters. So, this one's DC. I'm making it at the 15th Fighter Regiment at Washington, D.C. for me. Yeah. See how easy it is to put that in there? You can do this. Well, yeah. No, definitely. I don't want to, I will, you can, alright, but I'm never going to have my rockets replace my planes for that. I won't do that. Rockets are for intercepting, and I use them, again, like if we go into it, maybe I could do a rocket show after this. We'll talk straight rockets, and I'll actually have some on display so you can tell. Oh, I'm going to do that. Man, it's coming up on New Year's. I should have done that with this show. Damn it. Now you give me the good idea. We'll dedicate next week's show to the rockets. Yours and mine and others. And this is what we'll say is okay, this is why. Because, even if I designed it, I wouldn't know. Because I want the planes to do it. And mostly because that's how I did it when I fought the war. When we were literally fighting, we used planes that could shoot each other's down. It wasn't a simple matter of, you did the rubber band slingshot, take a little piece of paper and fold it many times till it's a U and then flick it at a plane. Yeah, we did that, but it was more fun to shoot them down with other birds. Believe it or not, these kids that we played, I deign to say playing. We didn't play. We were pretty serious about just pissing them off all the time because they pissed us off all the time. But it was so funny how we met on common ground because of the paper airplanes. It really was. Again, it was a gentleman's agreement. Seriously, I was 11 years old, and so were they. We were all the same age group. But I wouldn't say we hated each other, but our kids travel in their groups. They weren't our friends. So, we'd snowball fight them all the time. We'd build forts against them all the time. They would do the same thing. But whereas we would stop them when we built a fort, it would be under a bush. We'd hollow it out, and then we'd go find some thorny bushes and put the thorns all through the bushes so they couldn't get in, and only we knew where they were. All that blah blah blah. Shit kids do, right? Snowballs. We built a snowball forge. We'd bomb the crap out of their snowball fort while they're sitting in there. You're like, don't you come in my driveway? I remember distinctly, it was one of the friends that Bates organization, Borg, one of the earlier members of IVPAC. We sat out one night, like, building this super hype fort. Like, walls were like about as thick as this. It was practically impenetrable. They had built a fort because they built an igloo, but they built walls like this thin, and we weren't allowed to go in their driveway. So we ran out there while they had to go eat dinner, and their dinner, like their dining room was above their garage, and they built it right outside their garage. So we were like looking at it. They were in there going like, "Don't you mess with my damn." Like, literally, they were like this to us. We saw them in the window, and like the sister was telling the brother, and like the brother was telling his dad, and like we were messing with it. We were just looking at it. So we proceeded to go up the driveway, and like seriously, me and Bates, for about a solid hour, stood at the end of the driveway and pelted that freaking igloo with snowballs till it collapsed. Literally, I know we lost an hour because we started, it was light and it got dark, and we were out there for a while. We dropped it to the ground. We weren't even there. It's like they couldn't do nothing because we were throwing and hitting it consecutively. I was like, we're like battleships. We're just leveling this thing with our guns. It was so cool. But anyway, that's why. I mean, like, and the one thing we met mutually was these. It's like when we got into a paper airplane war with them, it was so cool because we didn't. I mean, like, if we lost a plane because we burned it, like I did, we lost that plane. If we shot it down, we kind of construed it as, like, I mean, maybe we just didn't think about it at the time. And maybe we weren't, I mean, I might have lost some tech. They might have lost some tech. Because, like, if they shot it down, they balled it up right away. So we did lose it. But, and I probably didn't keep track of all the planes I lost. I knew I lost over 40. But, like, if they saw it, there were a couple that they did keep and rip apart because they wanted to see the tech. And there weren't, like, we shot them down with each other's planes. We built one that was like an interceptor because it seemed like the logical thing to do. You couldn't really track it with rocks. Rocks were, believe it or not, it was harder to hit with rocks. So we used other planes. That was just really cool. I mean, yeah, it was like, I don't know why we agreed on that. It was like I said, that was the one thing we saw eye to eye on. We left each other's interceptors alone. It's like, I mean, seriously, we would only stand, like, we weren't that far apart. It was social distancing before that was even a thing. Wait, seriously, dude, we're talking about the mid-'80s here. But we were standing, like, 20 feet, 30 feet apart max, throwing planes at each other. They would try to launch one at us. We'd throw up an interceptor. We'd do the same thing to them. And they always left each other's planes alone, unless we were, like, feeling really bad that day and, like, we crushed everything. Seriously, man, I know for a fact I probably took the biggest hit because I had the most. And I would literally go home and rebuild my force. Not that they didn't either, because literally they come back out. That's when we started using shoeboxes, because we both came out and it was a shoebox full. It's like, oh, you got that, huh, you punk? And we start again. But, like, it's almost like, facing off, face to face. We just like, okay, throw it. And we throw it, we try to shoot it down. I don't know how we got to seeing eye to eye like that we couldn't stand the sight of each other any other time. But we would do that. So it was kind of fun, Paper planes bring even enemies together. But war was fun. I mean, that made it fun, Shooting them down, them lining them up so they could launch them. They, like, literally, same thing I would do is, like, you always have them like this so you're ready to grab them and go, You leave them upside down, which is why I code upside down on one side so you can see them, but you, like, grab it and go. They leave a bunch of them like this, all in a line, because I guess they thought it looked cool. I mean, I did too. I just never did that during combat. And they did that, so I took one of my gliders, lit it on fire, and landed on there, and burned like 3 or 4 of their planes down. That was Operation Nimbus. That's how my Nimbus aircraft got its name. And same thing. It's just like firebombing them. It was so freaking cool. I was a pyro when I was a kid. I like burning a whole bunch of shit. Hey, man, that's like first steps of a serial killer. Well, I ain't serial killing. I'm just serial building. I don't know. Fun times, man. Fun times. Those kids, if they ever look back on it, they're probably like those psycho Americans. It was in a German town, and I think like most of the kids we played with like that were Germans. Not all of them. Not all of them. I have really good German friends. But they're like, yeah, there were like 4 of them, and one of them was American too. They hung out, we hung out. There was my 3 German friends and my 3 American friends versus those 3 German kids and 2 American friends that they had. In a town of like less than like 1,000 people, it really got pretty serious. So, if you look it up on our maps, you could tell. I got the bases there. It's in Beethoven in Germany. Yeah. That's why I keep track of the dates, so I can remember that stuff. So that'd be really cool, man. I do so look forward to setting something up with people. I don't even care. I'd love to, like I said, I'd love to be able to do what they do in Japan, where, hey man, maybe we can get them to rent out Fiserv Forum or the Georgia Dome. Well, not the Georgia Dome now, the Mercedes-Benz Dome or something, and just like say, hey man, a bunch of us want to just get in there and fly some paper airplanes around. You think you'd be cool with that? You know, I mean, for real. No harm, no foul. You might have a plane stuck at a light somewhere. It's the worst thing that could happen. Although it'd be a shit to like have a sodium vapor light get so hot it lights one of them on fire and we burn the stadium to the ground. Yeah. And I just talked them right out of giving us a shot. Damn it! I didn't say that. We're gonna erase that after the show's over. That'd be so cool, though. I always foresee something like that happening. That's where ultimately I want this to go, man. I want to be where they're at. I mean, if you get a chance to look at the videos, again, that they post up where there's, like, parks full of people just enjoying the flights of their mainly balsa wood gliders. That's what, like, literally, that's what they look like. They use a lot. But they throw them around, and they're really remarkable planes. I love what they build. I wish I liked building them more, but they're basically like the Cessna 172 of the paper airplane world. I can't. I know why, because I'm caught up in the same bug that they are, where I just enjoy seeing my creation glide serenely through the atmosphere. That's literally what it is. I love that. I would so love to do that myself, but I mean, they take so much into it. I just want to do this. And then tinker the ever-beloved Jesus out of it. But yeah, it would be cool. It'd be cool. Dude, it would be cool to just get you on the live show so we could like talk and possibly build something together. But Mr. Lockdown has got to, Mr. Lockdown right here, he needs to, get with the program and get off lockdown, get the hell back on this. So there's more chance of bringing it up. I would just be happy to see you with him, let alone you with me or you with us. Okay, that's for you too, man. You gotta get back in the show. I know that I'm doing this on a Wednesday night, but again, if we're able to do something, hell, maybe we'll turn this into a Saturday afternoon stream, Saturday night, something. I mean, I wouldn't say we're gonna switch up. I'd still like to keep the Wednesday night shows, but if we did something on the regular, like on Saturdays or Sundays, when more people could be involved, I would slim down this show and feature that one. Like we do a 30 minutes, like let's feature a tech today or a plane today or let's talk to rockets today, and it might extend to a 1 hour show. Seriously, that's ideally where I'd like to be. This should only really be probably a 30-minute show. But that way we wouldn't have to feel like trying to fill this up down here and talk about, the lockdown, although he has given us some pretty good juicy topics. It really is. It really is. I mean, I like hearing about how people are trying to find things to do during this pandemic because they're staying at home and they find themselves a craft, they find themselves a hobby, and they're looking for more. And it's like, I guess I do that. I guess we do that. Because I mean, again, just build one. Just build one. And if you record it, if you do like these shows, and you've seen me this week, last week, if you pay attention, we get really quiet because we get into this. The world is off. Everything out here is off. This is what matters. If I fold it, I cut it, I tape it, I staple it, whatever, I'm doing that, and I don't care what the hell else is going on. I got to remember, that's why I kind of don't like building on the shows, because I won't pay attention to you guys. I'll just be into this. So, yeah. You could definitely call it an addiction. Says the over 200 planes I have hanging up on my wall right now. Yeah, it's an addiction. I just built another one right there because I don't have enough. Says the wait, let me rephrase this. 200 hanging up, and probably I would venture to say as many still because I haven't fixed it yet in flyable storage right now in boxes. I'm trying to get out of those. I don't think it's really that many. I think more are hanging, but I need to seriously cut back, and I have cut back. But I keep building these damn things, so I gotta stop. So yeah, with that said, let's conclude this. It has been fun. Thanks for ranting with me, Robert. Thanks for coming out. I'm hoping you and yours have a very happy holiday to conclude this season. I hope all the rest of y'all are staying safe and having fun out there at the same time. We got cut off when we tried to do the finishing thing last week. Don't know why. Don't know how. Probably me, but hoping not to do it this time. So yeah, if you get a chance, blow something up in my name, because I'm gonna blow something up. Build a plane and blow it up. Build a crappy plane and blow it up. God forbid, don't build the best plane you ever built and then blow it up, because that would absolutely suck. But I did want to keep it short because like I said, I do need to get sleep this time, which means I need to put it down at a more reasonable time than 1 a.m. And it was fun talking with y'all. Here's to a good ending in 2020. And you're right, there should be a sport about paper planes. This should be because it's just as creative as anything else out there. I mean, literally, you got to take time to do this. I mean, I know I'd probably get my ass kicked by some 65-year-old Japanese guy, or a 14-year-old Japanese kid. But I would love to see what they build so I could use it maybe and we could work together. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Don't have too much fun. I'd like to see y'all back, next Wednesday instead of like, oh man, I'm in jail again. Stay safe. Have fun. Like bro gaming. Fuck yeah. But in case you can't have fun, just remember to keep them flying, people.